Dang.
Oh, sorry. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to Biz Hive Chat with Steve and Ellie. This is our second episode with Steve
Hello.
on stage.
Steve. My
Yeah,
wife Ellie.
yes. We are husband and wife from Michigan, USA. So today we will bring on not only one, but two special guests to the talk. All right. So BizHive Chat is a business community sharing with you all the business insights and tips. Or if you are interested to find out what is about our online business platform, so here is the place for you to find out with all the information and insights from the successful business owner. So before we bring our guest to the stage, I will play this video first.
I say my prayers when I walk out the door. No one's gonna stop me now. I will walk through the darkest street, not afraid to thousand me. If they hate, then I told you so. But you will learn to let it go.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Welcome, welcome, Coach Dave and Roxanne.
Thank
This
you.
is
Thank
our
you.
special guest appearance for today. Thank you for accepting this invitation and gracing our page.
Yes. Thank you, Steve and Ellie, for inviting us. It's always an honor and pleasure to do this.
Yeah, thanks for wow, that's an awesome video. Wow, it's good to see all those tech savvy. You're very
The video queen.
business.
Yeah. So, yep, today we'll be showcase Coach Dave and Roxanne. This couple is a power duo in our business community, a very highly respected and inspiration figures. So it's everything about this business, right? So today, please introduce yourself, Coach Dave and Roxanne. Where are you from for the first timer or audience who just know you, come across you. Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks again, Steve and Ellie. It's an honor to do this. We right now we live in Calgary, Canada, but I was originally from the Philippines. I moved here in 1996. I was about 14 years old. My background is engineering. My parents told me, go to school, get good grades, so I did. When I graduated, I found out engineering was good, but it wasn't good for me. And so I got out of it. I went into my first business. That's where I met my beautiful wife, Roxanne. I was her manager. I always joke around that, I managed her really well because I married her. Now she's now she's my boss. Prior to the online business, I was a general manager and had no experience online, but now I do this full time.
Yes. For me, I moved here with my family, with my parents and siblings from the Philippines in 2004. And I took paralegal because I wanted to be a lawyer in the beginning, and I didn't know that there's another way to get ahead in life. And yeah, that's our first business. That's when I met Dave. And prior to the online business in 2018, Dave saw Facebook ads about starting an online business, and I was working in finance in a government job here prior to the online business. And after a couple of months, like after a year and a half, I'm doing this full time now with my husband.
Yeah.
I can see now why Coach Roxanne is the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was planning to be a lawyer.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you want to ask the first question?
Yeah. I went to computer school, and when I got out of there, I didn't want anything to do with computers.
yes.
Yeah. So
I know.
So
Most
I
of us are like that.
Yeah, so I became a truck driver instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little kind of a difference. Okay, I get the first question.
Yep.
All right, gotta put on my glasses for this one.
Right.
Well, what inspired you both to join this online business?
Yeah, no, good question, Steve. We always share that the journeys of entrepreneurship actually started before the online business, and one of the reasons why we started to look for other ways to earn income, and a lot of your viewers watching live or replay can relate to this, is that when I was I was a good boyfriend and not married to my wife yet. She said that my dream is to retire my parents, and I said, I want to help you because my dad died when I was 3 when I moved to Calgary in 1986. Months later, we found out my mom had breast cancer, so she died a year later. So I really don't have parents, right? So I said, I'm going to help you. But I remember when we started to do that journey, and a lot of people can relate to this. We realized that our income now and our future income is only enough for us and our future kids. And so we said, you know what? This is not like, I mean, there's only 2 ways really. One of the things is you can do is first is, you say, I take that big dream, retire Roxanne's parents, and say, it's not possible, and shrink it to the size of our paycheck and say, we'll just settle. It's not possible. Or number 2 is to find a solution, which is take that small income and increase it to the size of our dreams. And that's what we did. We tried a lot of things, failed in a lot of things. Thanks be to God, we failed in 24 businesses before we saw the online because, we kind of knew, we saw the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when we saw the webinar in 2018, we knew instantly this was different and this was really good, right?
Yeah, and what inspired us to do this online business is because of the possibility of global, right? Because our other businesses that we tried were restricted or were limited to to the people that we live here in the city, right? That we live in Calgary, and or sometimes just in our own province or the whole country in Canada. But this one, it inspired us because we can do it online, not just with our friends and families, like in the US, right? Australia, Canada, Europe, or Middle East, or Asia. And that's what we love about it, because we can travel anywhere and we can still do the business. And also, I've seen normal everyday people getting the results. It inspired me that people like immigrants like us, people that doesn't speak much English, people that are older than us or have more kids than us, have 2 to 3 jobs, and they're getting the results that we wanted. And if these people can quit their jobs, or pay off their debts, or buy a home, or travel without worries, then if they're getting the results, it probably will give us the results. And that really inspired us to do this business.
Yeah.
That's a big dream of ours too.
Yeah.
To retire from my job,
Mhm.
and then do this full time, and then travel all over the world. There's so much to see.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like me, I first landed in America in 2022. Sorry, 2020 is still locked down. Yeah, because of the lockdown, that's why we decided that we need to close the distance, because we can't meet each other for 2 years,
Mhm.
separated by the lockdown. That's why we applied for the K1 visa. I come to America in 2022. So as soon as I landed here, of course, we need to get married. That's the procedure, right? And I can't find any job here. I still have to wait for the immigration status to be approved to get a job.
Mm.
So I didn't really expect it to find a business. I didn't expect that, but of course, I want to give it a try. Just like what you guys were inspired. I can work from home. I don't have to deal with the weather. I don't have to be rushing in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't have driving license yet. I cannot move around. So this is great business platform that I can work from home.
Love it.
And I am blessed that Steve so supportive in this journey, and he's joining along. He's working as a part-timer.
And working from home, you don't have to fall out of a truck and break your ankle.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's really sucks.
Funny part is I was working on my day off.
Okay, the second question is, have you both had any thoughts or moments of giving up? Because I know in the beginning of the journey, it's really hard. We didn't see the result, Yeah.
I people ask that in the online business, and to be honest, none here. But in the 24 business fails that we had, actually before starting the online business, we almost quit the entrepreneurial journey because after the failing on our 24 business, this is in 2018, we were in $86,000 in consumer debt. And our only saving grace at the time was that we were managing an apartment. We were living for free. And that last saving grace was taken away from us. We went home one day, and our the property manager says we don't need you anymore. So like we were in debt, no income. We were trying to succeed as an entrepreneur, and we said, you know what, maybe entrepreneurship is not for us. We were so close in quitting, and but thanks be to God, we didn't, because on the 25th time, which is the online business, um, it took off. And what I can say about that is that, sometimes you think in your journey nothing is happening,
Yeah.
but entrepreneurship is really a personal journey because it's a personal growth. There's two things happening. People think sometimes it's just skill set. If I learn the skill, right, of doing ads, doing this, then I'll be successful. Actually, it isn't, because 80% of business is personal development. You are the chokehold of your business. So that's why sometimes it takes longer, but it's not the skill, it's you. It's your fears, your patience, your ability to take on failure, right? Like when we came in here, failure didn't phase us because we already failed 24 times. Failure is a muscle, right?
Mhm.
So when our ad didn't work or we got shut down, it didn't phase us because we failed miserably in many other things. And that was like nothing for us. Like it's a muscle. Like, okay, next, right? So that was the only time we were close in quitting, right?
Yeah. Also, I think because we promised our parents that we will retire them, then we have no choice, right? I think people give up too soon because it's just for themselves. But if you promise something for, let's say for your kids, for someone, right, for your husband, for your spouse, or for us, for our parents, we told them, hey, you know what, we wanna retire you, right? And they have that hope as well and dream, right?
We can't
So
take it back.
we can take it back. And my parents have been very supportive, even though we've failed in so many. So every time we go to a new business, they always cheer for us, believing that it will happen. And I think it's just God's mercy that we didn't give up, because I was really close. Dave was the one that's really more positive, because I remember when he was showing me the webinar, I was really skeptical. So I can relate to people that are skeptical, because I was ready to just, you know what, maybe it's not for us, because there's so many people that have big dreams, right? And we have big dreams, but because of our failures, then we're almost gonna settle, like, hey, you know what, maybe we'll get another degree, climb up the corporate ladder. Maybe I'm stuck here for the next 30 years, 20 years in my job, right? But because I've seen other people, I know we can see it um right there, then we don't give up, right? So it's okay if people are watching here, and it's okay to think not to give up, but never, but don't do it. Like, it's okay to feel that way, it's okay to feel discouraged. We I think what really help us when we feel so down is to declare God's promises over our lives, meaning to say we still thank in advance that, hey, we're thankful that our financial independence are coming. We're grateful that, I remember I was working, and Dave already quit his corporate job, he's now doing it full time, but I'm still working. And I was like, oh, like, and then we will still declare it and say, hey, I'm so excited that you're gonna retire me, I'm gonna quit my job, right? So we paint pictures ahead of time, so that you're still connected with your dreams. So because if you have to be connected to your dreams, because if not, then you're easily going to give up.
And just one last point, like this is really important because it's not just our business; it's every entrepreneur,
Yeah.
right? And we were part of a book called "Never Quit on a Bad Day." Usually, people quit on a bad day,
Yeah.
right? So, but imagine, this is my encouragement to people: don't quit on a bad day, quit on a good day, right? If you still want to quit on a good day, like, oh, you just had a sale, milestone happening in your business, and you still want to quit, that means it's time to quit, right? So,
Mhm.
but if you're quitting on a bad day, you just have a bad day,
Yeah.
right? So that's really important because that was a really bad day for us. No money, evicted, but we knew it was a bad day, right? Next day, and we are so.
That's kind of like don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. I like that,
Or
Steve.
don't go grocery shopping without a list.
Without a list.
Yeah, that's very inspiring because that's kind of message to all the new business owner, especially because the journey is not easy. There's a lot of harms, there's a lot of obstacle,
Yeah.
but I'm grateful that this business platform have a huge community of coaches, mentors, and it is really help in our personal growth. Even though our journey is kind of slow, everybody have different pace.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Isn't there a saying that failure is a pathway to success?
Yeah,
yes,
there's a
yes,
quote, this failure is a necessary road to success because
Yeah.
business is not like it's not like school, right? Where you got to get all aces. Business is like learning to ride a bike. You can never learn how to ride a bike if you don't fall down because that's how you learn balance, right? So in a year later you can drive the bike. That's the difference, right?
correct. We have two viewers here. Sis Maritas watching live from Missouri,
Well, hello.
Hi.
and Sis Camille watching from New Jersey. Thank
Wow.
you for tuning in. If you're watching replay or live, please comment down below where are you tuning in from because we are quite global in this community and we would love to connect with you,
Mhm.
right? So the third question.
Next question.
Yeah.
What has been the best part of this business for both of you?
Yeah, we could be here all day. We there's a lot of things we like about it. Obviously, we like cashing the checks. That's important, right? it
It works. It
it
works.
pays the bills and way more. But I think on top of that, I think our favorite part of the business is that it's like you have a goal and it's you really have the possibility of making it happen here. It's not like when you're that's why I said like in a job you're really capped. Like you could it's like the sky is the limit. If you really learn the skills and do it, you can reach it. Like one of our first major goal is that to just pay off $86,000 in consumer debt,
Yeah.
right? Like I mean that was huge for us. Like if we just get rid of that, then we'll be we could sleep good at night. And in 16 months we did it. So we have a very powerful vehicle to help you achieve your financial destination. I always talk about destination because we have our own different destinations wise, right? But the problem with most people is that our vehicle to get to our financial destination is like our jobs, and it takes a long time, really. So it's kind of like when you switch to the online business and you learn the skills, it's like not only do you jump in a plane, like it's almost like a rocket to get there. So my favorite part is that you really have control once you learn it, right?
Yeah, and also I think the best part is, imagine we were living in an apartment, a two-bedroom apartment for free, for like 10 years, and at that time we have no savings, right? We still didn't have any savings. We didn't even we weren't able to buy a home, but because of this online business, right? We started in 2018. In 2021, we were able to buy a brand new home, and in less than 3 years we were able to pay it off, right? It's because we were able to save a big amount for for the whole chunks, right? We were able to buy it in the beginning at 10%, and then slowly, the more income we receive, we're able to pay that off in under 3 years. And that's, I think, the best thing is, of course, financial, but also finally, after 15 years of our dreams of retiring our parents, we were able to retire our parents. Just a couple of months ago, I told my mom, we told our parents that, you know what, you don't need to work anymore, we'll just give you money. Right? So it actually, it's I think it's priceless that we're able to do that. And just being able to, now our son is 2.5 years old. For the most part, we're able to spend time with him, and we see the progress, the changes in him, and we didn't miss that. So I think that's really priceless for us, being able to instill values for him. And just traveling without worries, I think it's a big thing. Now, of course, we're now 5 years in the business, so we're gonna travel more because our baby is getting bigger and bigger now, so it will be easier. But I think one of the best part as well is just meeting new people. Like you guys, we were able to meet here online, and we've met so many people like in person as well, hearing their stories and just teaching them about like training. We love to do that. I think that's really the best part about it.
Yeah,
right?
and the good news is that we're not nothing special. We don't know anything about computers 5 years
Yeah.
ago or even online business. And the best part really is that you or anybody watching can do it too.
Yeah.
Right. And that's amazing thing about this, because
Mhm.
it's not some complicated degree where I have to be like a lawyer or whatever,
Rocket science.
PhD. It's like anybody can do it too if they're willing to pay the price and do the work, right? So
Mhm.
That's right. So yeah. Okay. So were you both ever worry about this business jeopardizing your relationship, or is the business bring you closer?
yeah. Well,
Many I mean spouses or husband and wife, they don't like to work together,
Yeah.
even though during the lockdown period they have been 24/7 together, they can't stand each other. Do you have something feel like that?
I mean, it's not always perfect, right? There are days that we get on each other's nerves. That's just normal. That's not just business. That's like husband and wife, right? But when it comes to business, right? One of the reasons we love this industry is because of personal development, right?
Mhm.
When you
Right.
when you both grow together, I really believe in this. You have something to talk about. You also get closer together.
Yeah.
Because it's about growth, right? When we read the same kind of books, right? Like that because like out there in the corporate world, if we were doing our own thing, right?
Yeah.
We won't be reading the same books, doing the same thing, going to the same seminars together, right? Like when your goals are aligned, right? You guys are excited together, and you're fired up together, and that brings us closer
Yeah, I
together.
think having the same goals and knowing more about what's in the business, it brings you closer together. I think for us, I think we can talk from for people that are married that are doing this business, or maybe one of the spouses is just supportive and on the background. Either way, in the beginning, like I think I was trying to be like him. I was trying to but the more you do it, the more you learn about yourself, the more I grow myself personally and professionally. I learned what my skill set is.
Strengths,
So
yeah.
my strength is, so I don't try to do his way, or he doesn't have to do my way, right? So we learn to accept each other and cheer for each other and use each other's strength rather than, hey, do this, do that. You know what I mean? Like we used to do that before, but over time we learn how to work together. So for example, Dave, he's in charge of talking and all that stuff. You do all the training. I love training in terms of like YouTube and like the details about advertising. I can do that. He doesn't know about advertising
No.
that much.
I pretend.
He's very good in training, mindset, leadership, business, right? So
Roxanne does all the hard work, the editing, all that. I just create ideas. Now let's do it. It's
I
I
like,
think
think
generally the female will be more details in
Yeah.
numbers and data.
yeah.
If I retire, she'll have to fully train me.
Oh yes, that's
'Cause
right.
I just pop in videos. Hey,
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Steve's just like Coach Dave. He likes to talk in front of camera.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, like he's the one that I used to get mad when we turn on the go live, because I'm very sometimes perfectionist, that I want to know what to say. I want to make sure that I look okay.
Yeah,
He's the kind of person, okay, let's do it,
I
like
have the same thing.
yeah. So now I learn to let go, to be free spirit rather
I,
than
I actually noticed that Coach Roxanne, I mean, you are more casual now, doesn't really care about the appearance, because
yeah.
I was like you. I was not prepared at all doing, go live or whatever,
Yeah,
filming in front of the camera without touch up makeup.
yeah.
Now I was like, I don't care, man. you
That's
know?
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
realize they don't really care, right? They
Yeah,
just
what
want to
they
know
care is that
the value
the
they're gonna.
value you give. Like, can
yes,
I learn
yes.
from Ellie, from Steve, right? What can you do for me, right? So I think like overall, like as a couple, we learn to accept each other's strength and weaknesses. That what, okay, I can do this, like he can do this, and then we work together, right? So
Yeah. Okay, we have Sis Cheryl, I think watching from Canada.
Wow.
The
Mhm.
typo there. Okay. So yeah. Okay, the last question.
Canada, hockey country.
Yeah.
All right. Is this the last one?
Yeah.
Any advice for a skeptical spouse out there? Like,
Yeah, Roxanne was skeptical. So any advice?
Yes.
yeah,
Took me 4 months to convince her. I had to put on my best.
Yes. I think I want to give honor to my husband Dave, because he didn't force me. He respect my decision that, you know what, I don't want it, I don't like it. But what he's good at is he's sharing stories, uh real stories of real people, right? So he kept showing me people that, that I can relate to, like that, hey, these people are getting results. Like he showed me like a couple as well that's, like doesn't speak much English. They're Filipinos, but they're getting the results that I want, quitting their jobs, and they have a son, like, so I can really relate to them, and that inspired me. So the more he shows me different kinds of people as well, there are people that are Asian as well, Chinese, and other people that are different races, and that really inspired me. Like I was like, okay, I think this is, if it's working for them, maybe it will work for me, for us. And he also asked me this question: let's say if we don't do any business, right, or if we don't do this online business, in the next 3 years, what do we have? We're still in our corporate jobs. Maybe we'll pay off some debts. That's it. We're comfortable. But what if we do the second option, right? Which is we have our corporate jobs, and then we do the online business on the side part time. What could we have in the next 3 to 5 years? Maybe we'll quit our jobs. Maybe we'll pay off our debts. Maybe we'll buy a home. So it paints me a picture that, you know what? Yeah, like what can we do in the next 3 years if we build a business, right? So good thing I listened to him. And because now, like, after 3 years, 5 years now in the business, we have the freedom, the paid off home, and, we don't have to worry about bills. So for the people that are skeptical, I can relate to you, but give yourself an open mind and ask this real question. Like, if you don't do anything right now, what do you have in the next 3 years? It's still the same life over and over, not having that financial peace and freedom, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So coaches, is this your first online business despite of the 24 businesses that you have?
Yeah, good question. I would say this is our second, right?
Yeah.
Second online business. So, but as I mentioned earlier, business is a transferable skill, right? Because business is not just online. Business is about everything.
Yeah.
It's 80%. It's mindset, mental toughness, understanding about all that stuff. So that's why it really helped us. Those failures was preparation for us for this business, right?
So what differentiate on the first
The,
online business and this online business is the
oh,
personal growth that
uh,
you didn't get it. Right?
like actually, it's a big difference. The first online business that we've done, we had to do everything ourselves. We have to do our own website, our own training, our own, email marketing, our own, everything, our advertising.
Our
So
landing
our
pages.
landing
We have
pages,
to put on all our pictures.
like, everything, right? But
people got stuck with the technical part
yeah,
because
it was hard because you don't have that mentorship and coaching as well. But in the online business that we're doing, right now with Steve and Ellie, we have the complete package, which means that they do it. It's really a complete like package for everything. Like, we don't do the website or the webinar or the email marketing. It's already done. So for people that are not tech savvy, people that, so we provide very simple step by
yeah,
step.
we were new on that. We would do our own calls. We
Yeah,
had no idea. I was too afraid to do the calls. But, I was new, right? So in this business,
you don't have to,
you
to
have a
talk to
coach that
people.
will actually do the calls for you. So it's like almost like we had to do everything on that one. Thanks be to God, we survived. But the reason why that didn't work is because the company, filed for bankruptcy because they can't pay us commissions anymore at the time. So, but it was good practice.
Yeah. The bonus question is what is your advice for people who are like, okay, they want to invest in an online business, but they are just not patient enough to wait for the result, right? And they are kind of like, oh, I invest like 10K and I didn't see the result. So why am I here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
think it's
easy advice.
yeah, good question. And I think I always talk about this mentality. It's really important to understand that there's two kinds of mentality when people come to start in business, any business, right? First mentality is called the lottery mindset, which means that I buy into something, franchise, online business, whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
And you think it's just going to be automatically become successful. Money will just fly from the sky. That's a lottery, where you pay $1 and you have $1 million. That's called a lottery mentality. But I always tell people it's not like that, right? It's called career mentality, which means that a career is different because you're transitioning into a career, right? You don't know anything about this career, so you got to
Yeah.
learn everything, right? Before you can earn. So, for example, right, if I was working in Walmart and I want to earn more to become a nurse, what do, right? Because there's only like really one way to earn more is that to become more valuable to the marketplace skills wise. So if I'm in Walmart, my skill is only working in Walmart. But to
Right.
become more valuable is I have to go to school to become a nurse,
Mm.
right? So how does that work? I have to pay in ahead of time for schooling, and I have to go for 4 years of school, right?
Correct.
Do you complain? Because the expectation is clear. It's like after first year of nursing, you say, "I've been here as a nurse 1 year, been going to school. Teacher, how come I'm not getting? Nobody's paying me yet. What's happening?" Right? No, because it's clear. The mentality is that I've got to get the skills first. I get the diploma. It doesn't even guarantee if you're gonna get a job after. I know so many people that went to school with me, right? Stuck with a student loan for 4 years, right? Don't have a job, right? They don't complain because it's clear, right? It's a career mentality. So if you switch your mentality, right? Like, you know what? Instead of just like, oh, I paid money and the money will fly from the sky without doing the work, right? That's how you really, really free yourself because it's your skills. It's not your job. It's not your boss. It's not your company that will free you. It's your skill sets.
Yeah.
Because seriously, if this particular business we're in, let's say, for example, something happens to it, we can still be free because we have the skills of advertising, of doing these things, because that's what freedom is. You are more valuable to the marketplace because you learn the skill set. So for the people that are saying that, they just have wrong expectations. They think that they'll pay this thing and money will fly. No, you have to do the work. That's why in the webinar it says, this is not a get rich quick, right? You are the variable to your business. You can go slow, you can go fast, right? It's like the school system, right? The people that graduate that graduate have no job, they can't blame the teacher in the school and say, hey, this school system. No, they can't, because I got a job, my other friends got a job. The school system and the teacher is not the variable. You are the variable in the business. You getting a job, you graduating, you doing this thing is you. Your success is your fault. If you win, it's your fault. Same with our stuff, right? So that person just had different mentality. They thought that when you pay money, it's just fly the sky. If they switch it to career mentality, they'll free themselves, and success is going to be in their control.
Yeah.
Not the person that brought them in, not their coach, not their mentor, not the system. You have control, right? So
Right.
Yep.
So I think Sis Maritas text someone here so that they can find the valuable information here. Yeah, because I think that is kind of like common question that we got from everyone who are
Yeah.
curious about online business,
Definitely.
because everyone is thinking that online business is a scam, is something skeptical to be invest, but
Yeah.
they didn't realize that it is the generation now. We're working towards online, everything online, shopping online.
Yeah. When she asked me to watch the video,
Here's another skeptical here.
and not super skeptical. I was willing to watch the video, but if I would have seen Get Rich Quick, I would have said no.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're right, Ellie. There's only two kinds of people that use online. I use online to spend money, or I use online to earn money, right? You have to
Yeah.
choose, right? You use
Right.
buy from Amazon, but if you know how through the skills, you can earn a lot of money. I mean, we are, because we learn the skills, right?
Yeah.
So, or you could just be a consumer, watching, spending, watching, spending. But the people that are earning are the one advertising while you're watching. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, coaches, Coach Dave and Roxanne, for coming to our show today. and sharing all the valuable and insights, tips. I mean, this is really great for our community, especially the new business owner, if they want to learn more about how you become successful. Dave and Roxanne is the great example here.
Thank you.
Must listen to their advice. So before we wrap up, coaches, do you have any advice for people out there who are still hunting the online or digital space?
Yes. So for people that are watching on a replay or on live, and maybe you're checking out Steve and Ellie here, you're in a great treat because they're amazing mentors. And of course, you're going to be assigned to amazing mentors and coaches that can work with you. For us, we prayed. I remember in 2018, I prayed to God to give us a solution, to lead us to heal our finances. And when you pray, after a couple of months, this Facebook ad showed up, and it may or may not be for you, but the only way to find out is to check out our free webinar. There's a webinar today, actually Thursday, that's 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So register on their website, or even if you watch this on a replay, still register, because they'll send you the link for the replay. And for us, we always believe in this. If you have those dreams in your heart, that means God will give you all the resources, the time, the skills, the talents, the money, the capital, all the resources to make that happen. But it's up to you to take that action.
Yeah, and I just want to add one thing. We started with clicking the link. So
Mhm.
Steve and Ellie has a link. So click the link and put your name and email there.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye
Nice
for
talking to you.
now.
Yes, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.